Hey YouTube, this is I Love Bowling too, and this is a quick tip vid about how to save money and recycle used things around the house to help your building on model cars. I'm going to have 5 tips in here, hope you enjoy. Okay, so first tip is after you're done using one of your model trees with all your parts on it, just has a couple leftover parts, but you got like a very wide area, okay? What I like to do is I just come over here, take an X-Acto knife and, just pop through them like that. Okay, and you just do that. And then you got this part right here, and then all you have to do is shim up the little pieces, shim them off. Do that with the rest of your little tree here, and you'll get a nice little plastic round bar. With those plastic round bars that you shim off your tree, you can create things like wheelie bars, roll cages, and such on my model sedan I'm building right now. I'm currently working on some pipes coming out of the motor. So all you do is you can heat it up and bend it with some pliers, and you can bend it to your shape, and then sand, primer, and paint, and then you'll have realistic looking kind of muffler things, and you can do it pretty much with anything you would think of. Second tip is, this is a thing I like to do. After you take your trees out of the bags, what I like to do with the bags is I kind of just maybe sometimes fold them up, or I'll just set them down like that, and then I'll grab, if I want to mix some paints or something, crack open the paint, dribble a little bit on there, and then you just take your paintbrush, mix them up, and start painting. That way you don't have to, use anything else. You can just recycle these little bags that you use. The next tip I like to use is these little metal Altoids tins. I find these useful for holding small parts, broken off X-Acto knife blades, a little bit bigger parts, and kind of junk stuff. All you have to do is you have yourself an Altoids tin. You eat the little cinnamon things, take the paper out, wash it out, and you have a little secure place to keep small parts. Another little simple tip is when I'm doing my door mods, cutting them out, making them hinge, or stuff like that. Some of the model cars have interior tubs that you need to cut out, and you'll get big pieces of flat plastic. And what I like to do is, if I have a big gap, I'll just cut a piece to size, fit it in, glue it, put a little Bondo on there, sand it, prime it, paint it. It's a good way just to reuse the interior tub. This last tip I have is the reuse of dead pens. Pens that don't write anymore, don't have ink, and they're just garbage. I like to use 2 different types of pens. I like to use the click pens, like right here, and then these simple cheap pens right here. With the cheap pens, what I like to use is the this little tube that holds the ink. I like to cut off the empty part of the tube, and I like to use that for open tube for my hinges. And then with this more sophisticated pen, there's lots of uses you can put to it. You can reuse the spring for an actual spring in a car, or if you have an idea, you can use that. You can use the little push buttons and stuff for mufflers. Here's one. I recycled the pin and made like a little muffler. Okay, right there. You can cut off the tube to make pipes. It's just a little thing that you could just reuse every single little part in this pin. There's a nice tube you can use right there. You can just cut off about an inch and use that as a muffler.